Nikki.
And I'm Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Nikki.
So we are here today to announce our podcast pledge drive for the month of March, which we are very excited about. You want to talk a little bit about what our goal is? Why are we doing this, Pete?
Well, I love goals. I love tiers. The tiers over in Patreon, as you know, the tiers, achieving certain tiers allow us to do new things. And we want to continue to do new things and grow new things. But to do that, we have to make choices. And choices come from the ability to stop doing one thing that we're currently being compensated for and be compensated in a new way by you people, by achieving these goals for our new tiers. And so we have this plan.
We have a plan, and you're the star of the plan.
I don't know. You're the star. You're the bright shining star of all of this.
Oh,
but I do have a thing. Well,
you are the star on this next concept that we have.
It is a concept, that's for sure. It is a concept. Well, you know, I sometimes get to wax poetic about technology and systems and processes on the ADHD podcast, and we have in the past been asked for, hey, we should do more of those kinds of technology and processes and waxing poetically.
Okay, and you know
Pete.
What else? I just
What?
have to add, because you are not giving yourself enough credit. It's not just about tech. It's about Pete. People want to know more about what Pete is thinking and how he thinks and how he deals with his ADHD because they relate to that. They want more of that, and we want to give more of that to them.
Well, as you know, that makes me wildly uncomfortable. So that's on
I know
brand.
it does. That's why I said it.
We are doing this. This is the idea that Pete is going to, I'm going to go ahead and speak about myself in the third person going forward. Pete is going to do a new podcast, and it is called Placeholder. And it is a placeholder for all of the things that are going on in Pete's head about technology and processes and systems and the things that relate to how I relate to my anxiety and ADHD. And who are we kidding? Probably a dose of grief this year. And we are going to be talking about, or I should say, I am going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about it by myself. I'm going to be talking about it with guests. I'm going to be talking about it with members of our community because this podcast, after all, Placeholder, is for our members. It is a member-only podcast. What do you think about that? That's the big grand experiment.
It is, and that's why we really need to reach our goals because we want to make sure that we can do this, right? And
Yes.
but we need to be at a certain number of Patreon members, which is why we are doing this pledge drive because we are hoping that you'll support us, support Pete in this new venture of his with the placeholder. I love it. I love the name. And so, and we are also promoting in the month of March a new tier that will be coming in the beginning of April, which ties in with Pete's podcast, but adds a couple of different new benefits. It is the platinum tier.
Oh, listen to that. So now we have deluxe, supreme, and platinum. We're practically a credit card.
We really are.
Yeah.
Yes, we really are. And so this platinum tier is supporting the show at $25 a month. And you get all of the benefits that you get in Deluxe and Supreme. But you also get these two new benefits. And what they are is the first one is Coffee with Pete. Coffee with Pete. That just sounds great. Coffee with Pete.
Yeah, and I don't, we do this monthly happy hour, which is also a perk for members. That is a current perk for Supreme members, where we get this happy hour, and we've just decided to amp that up a little bit. So for those who want to hang out with it's sort of a happy hour with Pete. We can talk about technology, we can troubleshoot, screen share, address questions or come up with work together and brainstorm solutions and things that might be related to technology, or we could just talk. We could just hang out and chat. I'm totally open to that. I really adore this community, and if there's more that I can do to give of myself and my time to hang out with you wonderful people, I want to do that. So I'll be doing that once a month. And in addition to
Coaching with Nikki.
Coaching with Nikki. That's pretty exciting.
Here's me talking in my third person, which is weird. But yes, Coaching with Nikki. So one of the things that I wanted to add to the tier is once a month in the evening. So Coffee with Pete will be in the morning, depending on where you are in the world. But coaching with Nikki will be more in the evening, depending on where you are in the world. And what I want to do is I want us to have a conversation around whatever we're talking about that month in the show, because we really do try to have some kind of theme or some kind of pattern or, I guess it's a pattern or no, what is it? A common thread. That's what I want to say.
Let's go with thread.
We have a common thread around what we talk about each month. And so my idea with Coaching with Nikki is to start the conversation with a topic that relates to the podcast. And it's a place for us to educate each other, support each other, connect with one another, talk about what's going on with the shows, and, just have that extra time. And if you need some coaching, it might be, a way to get in touch with me on a monthly basis and others who can also support you. So Coaching with Nikki, Coffee with Pete are our new benefits, which I'm really excited about. But get this, Pete.
What?
The month of March, we are inviting all of our members to be invited to the coffee and coaching chats with us so that you can check them out. So whether you're an existing member or you pledge in the month of March, you get to have the opportunity of experiencing these things with us.
That's right. That is a very exciting additional thing that we want to do for the month of March, to just come hang out and see if it is of value to you, see if it's something that's worth it to you. In addition, I am going to be releasing for all members the trailer for Placeholder, and ideally in the month of March, episode 1. So we'll go ahead and do those two things. Episode 1 will be released to everybody, all members, in the month of March, even though we won't be going into sustaining production of the show until we exceed that goal of our 250 Patreon members. Now, where are we on that front? Well, we're, as of right now, as we record this, we're at 233. The way Patreon works, we need to get over 250 and stay there. And sometimes at the end of each month, it fluctuates. And so we're really shooting for another 30 members in the next month to get us over the hump. We would really love it if you've been a listener of the show for a long time, if you have been supporting by listening and sharing, but you've never become a member, but you've thought about it. Of course, make smart financial decisions for yourself first. Make your rent payment, make your car payment, buy your groceries. But if you have a little bit left over and can come join us for at any of our tiers, we would love to have you join the community, join the online Discord community. We would love to help and connect and share our stories and experiences as you share yours. Patreon.com/the ADHD podcast. What do you think? Did we cover everything?
I think so. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your support.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you online.
Bye.
Bye.